I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's that?
It's just this bad.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Fox.
Here.
Mrs. Passio.
Here.
Mr. Ranieri.
Here.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Here.
Mr. Ruth.
Here.
Mrs. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Farrell.
Here.
Mr. Masakis.
Here.
Mr. Bayshore.
Here.
And Mr. Long.
Here.
Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act as been given by the clerk in the following manner. One, posted on the bulletin board of the Borough Clerk's office on January 4th, 2017, and two, emailed to the retrospect and carrier post on January 4th, 2017. First, we have the approval of minutes. A motion is in order for the approval of minutes of the June 27th, 2017 and July 5th, 2017 meetings submitted by the clerk, as each member has received copies of the same. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain on 6/27, I was not here.
Okay. All right, the motion is adopted. Reports.
I have the report of the police chief for the month of July. A total of $106.97 was collected for various accident discoveries, solicitor reports, and firearm permits. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. I have the report of the borough clerk for the month of July. A total of $1,086.80 was collected for permits, yard sale, permits, and pet licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the municipal court for the month of June. A total of $14,746.33 was collected in fines. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the registrar of vital statistics for the month of July. A total of $3,076 was collected for death copies, marriage copies, and marriage licenses. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. We have the report of the fire marshal for the month of July. A total of $3,097 was collected in fire fees. There were 60 inspections completed. There were 139 EMS incidents and 42 fire incidents. There was one type 1 permit issued. And emergency medical fees collected $28,745.04. All monies were turned over to the treasurer. The report of the tax collector for the month of July. A total of $652,780.16 was collected in taxes, and $12,330.09 was collected in sewer rentals for July, and that's all I have.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the reports as read?
I'll make a motion to approve the reports as read.
I'll second that.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Lobenstein. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Passed. Communications. We have a thank you note to Mayor and Council for the beautiful flowers received during her illness from Teresa Barry. Is there a motion to accept the note as read?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Committee reports. Mr. Ranieri, Finance.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, John.
I want to recap a few things from our caucus meeting. In finance, our ordinance 1707 has been fully funded. The seven itemized purchases and jobs are underway and in progress. The history, if anybody hasn't noticed, you take a walk outside down the police hall. The history of the Runnemede chief wall is done. It's been completed. Thank you, Mayor, for your help. I appreciate that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Let's see. The Green Fair will be September 16th. I'd like to just reiterate that date. We're trying to promote it, and we're hoping that everybody comes out to enjoy the Green Fair. National Night Out last night was fantastic. Nice job, Chief. Good job, buddy. Sorry. I'm involved in so many things. I ordered an additional 500 newsletters today, just to let everybody know. because a lot of residents haven't received them, and we'll have those soon. Also trying to get them for the Green Fair.
How about the crossword?
That's been taken care of. We're working on that. Also, I mentioned last week at the caucus that our $2,000 grant funding has been established. Our vendors are working on putting a butterfly garden here at the Borough site. There's 2 locations we're looking at, and it's going to be very nice. We'll all enjoy it on a regular basis, and the rest is progress.
Okay, thank you. Public safety. Ms. Scott.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to give my fire department report, and thank you. We had 60 inspections for the month of, here, I'll hold it. We had 60 inspections for the month of July. We had no Narcan deployments. We totaled $219,912 in fire and EMS fees year to date. The month of July was a busy month for all departments. The firefighters and EMTs responded to incidents throughout the month, and they continue to see an increase in the calls for service, and that's reflected in the amount of fees that are collected. They had 2 working fires in Barrington, and right now, they are working with the police department to establish programs for the Junior Police Academy that's coming up on the 14th of August. And they're looking at a new squad. If you recall, our squad is 20 years old and in need of replacement. I was just told by Officer Dultz last night that one of the manufacturers is bringing the committee out to Wisconsin to look at their equipment. So that part of the firefighters department is very busy. We hope to have the squad on the street and working by 2019. So that'll put it right under the 20 years for the old squad, which is tired. And for the police department, year-to-date arrests were 1,007. We had no Narcan deployments as of the end of this month, the end of July, and we had 151 arrests for the month of July. Moving violations, 158. Parking violations, 41. And of course, we have our bike patrol that is right now on respite. It'll start up again in September. Am I correct, Chief?
Yes, so well.
Yeah, start up again in September. So that's been a wonderful asset for all the people that have to be in Green Acres for any length of time. It's a beautiful way for us to reach out to the community. As part of my responsibilities, I had the Office of Emergency Management under me. And we just received a letter from the commanding officer of the Department of Law and Safety, David Brady, who is the major and commanding officer of the EMS section of the state of New Jersey. And he said, Mr. Roman, and this is a hats off to Charlie, we have reviewed your emergency operations plan and find that it meets our criteria for approval as of August 30th, 2016. We are pleased to give our approval and appreciate the time and effort you and your staff have devoted to the development of this essential document. This is the document that controls how we handle emergencies in our town, and it has been approved by the state of New Jersey. Hats off to Charlie Roman. And disappointing news. I received this letter from the chief with regard, remember the caucus I mentioned that we had put an application in for the Matthew L. Tarantino Community Policing Grant to fund the expenses for the police academy that's coming up the end of the middle of August. So we were not able to get that, and they sent a nice letter. Thank you for your interest in the Detective Matthew L. Tarantino Community Policing Program. The program is highly competitive, and they received 140 applications. The overwhelming response is a tribute to Detective Tarantino and a testament to the strong commitment that police officers have in this state and the communities they serve. And we encourage you to visit their website and make application if it's available next year. So unfortunately, Chief, that's so disappointing. We had such high hopes too. Okay. Oh, I guess you've heard about the problems that we've been having, that Ford has been having with the interceptors. I know in the city of Austin, they had to recall quite a few of them for carbon monoxide poisoning. Well, we contacted our dealer, and basically they said there's no recall because the federal government is still investigating the complaints. So if a recall is issued, we will be notified by mail. We have 4 interceptors.
Yeah, only 5.
Gonna be 5. So we're right on top of it, and Chief,
Yes.
you'll keep me posted.
Absolutely. Yes, we do.
Serious
Keep
situation.
a maintenance log for everything that's very good.
Okay, I'm the fund commissioner for our town, and as part of the fund commissioner's job, I have to report on many of the insurance liabilities and problems that go on with the joint insurance fund. So, they are having a program on Wednesday, September 6th, and they want all elected officials, safety directors, anybody that has a responsibility for the safety of the public and for the employees to go to a regional training for active shooter in the workplace. And I think it's really important. I will be going, and I will ask department heads to accompany me. And that's on Wednesday, September 6th from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And the gentleman that will be speaking is Edwin Moore from the New Jersey Department of Homeland Security. So it'll be quite an interesting forum. And that's it, Mayor. It was lengthy.
Go on.
Oh, the Collingswood Community Center.
I just want to clarify that the Junior Police Academy will still move forward. We're just going to use our own funds.
These are our own funds that we're trying to maneuver.
Municipal Alliance is out.
Municipal Alliance.
Is out of funds.
I actually, no, it's not. There's a couple $1,000s still left. I spoke to Greg today, and Greg is going to email my package over to Betty Ann of Mayor Magnolia, see if we can get some approval. I think there's $2,000 left. And hopefully, because I know it's not, you have to prepare that in the beginning of the year, hopefully she will allow it to be a supplement.
Okay, great.
That's
But
great.
regardless, we're going to continue.
One way or another, we're going to continue.
Okay, good. Okay, public events. Ms. Pascal?
Oh, thank you, Mayor. I'm going to basically refer back to my report on caucus, but I'm just going to reiterate a few other things. Along with the Green Fair, which will be September 16th at the Harry Williams from 10 to 2, we are planning on doing a 5K run, which will start at 8 o'clock. The girl that's preparing it just came back from Stockholm, so she's doing the route, and I believe it's basically going to start at Green Acres and work its little way up to Harry Williams. I'm not exactly sure, but I will let you know. She did a draft on the T-shirts, and the T-shirts are really going to be nice. We're going to look for a price for that, and it's going to say Run, R-U-N-N-E, Rocks, 5K Run. So they're really nice. They're in green and blue. Also, there is going to be a concert on Wednesday, August 23rd. It will be Hegeman String Band, and they will begin at 7 p.m. Again, if it's hot outside and it's humid, we will be inside in the Harry Williams, which is nice and cool. And so far, that has been working out very, very well. Also, I'm going to mention the townwide yard sale because I've been getting asked that a lot. We are going to have another townwide yard sale. It will be, there will not be any registration fee. It will be on Saturday, September 30th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the rain date will be Sunday, October 1st. So yes, we are going to have a townwide yard sale. It'll be 8 to 2, yes. Okay, and we just ask that when you're done with all your wares, that anything left over, that you please put it back where you got it. Or put it somewhere and then put it out in the trash or whatever. So just clean up the yard. And I think that's it. John, anything? Eleanor? That's it, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Nope.
Engineering, Mr. Farrell.
Thanks, man. I want to rely on caucus, but I just want to mention a few things for people that weren't here at caucus. We have 4 streets we're waiting to start working on as soon as everything is filled out and everything.
Okay, good.
And also Phase 2 of Borough Hall, we're waiting on that. That's going to be a great thing, elevators and there. So we're working on it, and that's all I got.
Can't wait.
Thank you. Public Works, Mr. Ruth.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Basically, what I got going on with the Public Works and Park Recreation, so I'll take care of Craig's job tonight. Couple things we got the light on the fountain is down. If you haven't noticed, it is broken. They officially declared it broken. It'll be replaced. It's under warranty, so that's good. Good for warranties. Looking at the sprinklers at the RYAA, they're getting there's something going on with that we're trying to fix that. That shouldn't be too major. Already getting ready for leaf season. The guys are working on all the leaf equipment, so we can get a head start on that. The mayor has been putting together quotes for the well at the girls softball field, so then we can go ahead with the sprinklers at the girls softball field, being generously given to us by the sprinkler company, who's going to supply the material and the labor for the sprinklers. But we are going to get a well, so there's no water charges, and the water goes right back to the well. We also replaced the 2 roofs at down at the girls softball field near the basketball courts. Those 2 dugouts had some rotted wood, so those roofs have been repaired and replaced. And what else we got? Summer cutting going well, nothing major there. And we are also finalizing the new equipment at the VFW park. So they're doing it in the next, hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll see if we can get new equipment up there. That's all done. And the rest is progress, man.
Okay, thank you.
Just a couple of
Parks
things.
and Recs, Mr. Lobenstein.
Yeah, talked with Mr. Silva from Bolt School. Bolt School is now going to field a girls 11v11 soccer team for their first time in their history. They're going to play their games at the big field at Green Acres. They're going to let us know what the schedule is. They're going to, the RY and Richie Ford and I are probably going to line the field the first time. And then according to Mr. Silva, they have a more permanent paint that will go down. So they'll take care of the lining for most of the season. But we're really excited about that. It's a great thing. In the past, Bolt School has been co-ed. And a lot of their sports, they're trying to branch off and be boys and girls. And it's just excellent because that'll feed into the Triton programs and maybe get more kids, more talented kids into town for school choice that want to come to Triton. If the sports programs improve, school improves. And the busier the kids are, the better the kids are. They sit around, usually doesn't work too well. But that was exciting news from Mr. Silva. I did notice in Harry Williams that all the backboards, the wooden backboards were painted green. There were people in there last night when we had National Night Out running around, and a few people did not know that we had redone Harry Williams. didn't know we had air conditioning, and it was nice to have it open. I had to chase a couple of kids out with food, but other than that, everything was pretty well, so. And thanks to Mr. Root, and I'm glad the light is being fixed. I did get a notice on Facebook the other day, and I did say that that was working. And the Facebook page is going pretty well. I'm publishing on that and getting a lot of good responses. And also a lot of likes and notifications, more views, and our people that like the page are growing all the time. I think once we get the sign up for the electronic sign, we can advertise on there, and that'll really boost it, and we can get information out so quick. All right, thank you.
One thing I did want to mention, myself and Ms. Pinto, we received did you get that letter about the Triton Junior Soccer Program thanking us? I don't know if you reached out. Yeah, Mr. Swanson reached out and really appreciated that the mayor and council. He does want a security deposit back. 'Cause
But I told him the process, like he didn't fill out a W-9.
Let's talk about the positive thing. They loved using it. They were very happy. It worked out very nice. They didn't have any problems. And there was no damage done. So hopefully they'll do it again next year.
No, that's why I offered him the option of.
To just let it roll over.
Just let it roll over, but they said they weren't sure
If they'll do it
what
again.
would happen, so that I just told them the process. No, they were very happy with the,
Do you know if the mats were taken out yet? Do you know if they took the
Yes,
mats back?
everything's cleared
So the mats
out.
are back to the high school?
Yep, everything's gone. Everything's all cleared out.
Okay, great, yeah. He's a nice guy. so.
Yeah, Eric's a good man.
Okay, administrators report, Mr. Law?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. First off, the tax bills, Ms. Pinto got the tax bills out, as you know. They're out in the streets. They're due on August 25th. Our county tax levy is due on August 15th, however. So we'll be asking for an extension for those 10 days until we get our full amount of money, if we don't have cash flow. So Ms. Pinto and I talked before the meeting and seeing if we do have enough cash flow, we may make that county tax payment. Just letting you know that we may be requesting that from the county for an extension. An audit update, we're looking to have our exit conference. Everything's going well with the audit. They will be concluded this month. Just a few remaining items that we're going to work with finance to, and anyone else who wants to attend. I know the mayor, you would like to attend. If anyone else would like to attend, you're welcome to. Generally going over things that they found, and it's usually not a very long meeting, but a good meeting. So we'll be meeting later this month. We'll try to coordinate schedules with you, Councilman. We're getting some resumes in. As you know, we're looking for a CFO administrator as well as a tax clerk position. Those resumes are coming in, and we do expect to do interviews this month. So we'll report back when we hear more information on that. The 7 projects, as you heard, are starting. That means we need to cash flow concerns, so we'll be issuing a bond anticipation note, most likely mid-September. I'm working with bond counsel now. They informed me that, I mentioned last meeting I was present at, that we may have to do another resolution to authorize that bond anticipation note. We do not, because it was already incorporated in the bond ordinance that we can issue. So, but I will report obviously as I find, as we issue what type of rate we got. I will update you on that. And finally today, we got an email from the state for our best practices checklist, or annual checklist. They changed it a little bit, made it a little bit more difficult. And if we don't receive a 21 of 25s, it means we can only have 4 no's on the checklist. If we have more than 4 no's, then we will be required to pay 25% of our state aid back. So I don't foresee that. But
25% of the last payment,
right,
not the total.
right. Still, any money is not good. So, but regardless, I will report back if there's any issues. I don't foresee any, but we'll be completing that. Obviously, it does require a review and a sign-off, so we'll be updating you on that, and whether it has to come before council for a vote. I'm not sure if you've done that in the past.
You're talking about the best practice?
Sure, the best practices.
Typically, we've done it in open session, read off the answers on the,
usually have it up.
a little presentation to show where we are and what we're
Okay.
deficient in.
Is there a date on that?
Yeah.
Usually they give you about 30 to 45 days. I'm not sure if the due date is later this month or beginning of September, but again, we just got it today. Usually they give you a pretty quick turnaround, but I believe we'll probably have at least until the end of the month, if not September 15th.
I think it was September. I got an email
You
also.
got an email as well. Yeah, usually they give you about 45 days, but I'll update you as I see it.
It's quite extensive, and
It is.
we do it in that time?
Most of the stuff is already stuff that we either did it or haven't done it.
Exactly. It's just questions you need to answer, yes, no, not applicable, and really that's what it is, and with comments off to the side. So really, it's just seeing if these things were done and things were filed with the state, if those type of things were done, and they were done timely. And if they're not.
Do you see a problem to you?
I don't. There's a couple of things we may have no's on, but I don't foresee more than 4. So, but some, like I said, some of them are very difficult to answer yes to. So they're really trying to make it very, very difficult. So, but I don't foresee a problem, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Sure.
Anything else?
That's all. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Solicitor's report, do you have anything? No report, thank you. Engineer, floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's nothing on tonight's agenda that involves engineering for me to discuss, so I'm going to rely mostly on my written report from last week's caucus meeting that we talked about. I do want to add that the Borough Hall Phase 2, I was hoping to be out the bid by now. We're a little delayed, waiting on some electrical plans from the subcontractor. I'm told we are still on schedule to have the opening at the end of August, and that we can award it the September 5th meeting.
Okay.
So, hopefully that concludes my report.
Okay, simple, thank you. Old business, we have none. The next portion of the meeting is our resolutions. So this portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak on the upcoming resolutions, and only the upcoming resolutions, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. There will be another public portion at the end of the meeting. Seeing no one, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I make a motion to close the public portion.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Farrell. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the public portion is closed. Okay, new business. We have Resolution 17-110. It's a resolution authorizing cancellation of taxes for various blocks and lots. Ms. Pinto, these are just a,
This is just housekeeping. They're not on in the beginning of the year, and then they're on again at they are on and then they're not on, so it creates a credit account. So I guess even though we did a resolution waiving away the taxes, I don't do it in the first 2 quarters because it affects the levy. I don't do it, so it creates the credit. That's all.
okay. So motion is in order.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Powell? Yes. Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Lee?
Yes.
And 6 ayes.
All right, the resolution is adopted. Resolution 17-111 is a resolution authorizing senior and/or veteran deduction for the current year. There's
There's
2 new seniors, $250 each.
One senior, one
One senior, one.
vet. I got to put it on here for the fact. I'm not even sure if it's necessary, but it's, it probably is overkill, but.
I'll make a motion.
Motion
I'll
by-
second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, second by Ms. Passio. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
And Mr. Lee?
Yes.
6 ayes.
All right, the resolution is adopted. Resolution 17-112 is a resolution authorizing an interlocal service agreement by and between the County of Camden and the Borough of Runnemede in conjunction with the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. This is the Municipal Alliance.
For the new year.
For the new year.
Seven-
New fiscal year.
April on fiscal.
Yeah, July to July.
I'll make a motion.
Motion
I'll
by-
second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Root, second by Ms. Passio. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Passio?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Ruth?
Yes.
And Mr. Ranieri?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay, resolution is adopted. Resolution 17-113 is a resolution confirming 2017 appointments. This resolution is for Police Department, Kelly Williamson. Records Technician 1 is the civil service title at $15 per hour. She will be replacing Ms. Harper, who job down south, or, well, Atlantic County South. Is there a motion?
I so move. I'll second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Congratulations. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, okay, now we have, wasn't there another resolution? Oh, these are the ordinances. We have first reading of ordinance 17-07. It's an ordinance creating the position of police captain. This is by title only at this time. Would someone like to make the motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with public hearing to be held on September 5th, 2017.
A motion by Mr. Root, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Ranieri. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
6 ayes. So public meeting, and then we'll fill in the rest of the ordinance. It's title.
Originally, we were going to try to combine it all into one, all the new titles, but the mayor decided that it would be better to break down the duties of each title. There's several.
There's 3 titles.
Titles that are being created. The only, now there is 1708 is the amendment to the.
Yeah,
That is here in writing.
Yeah, we have that in writing, so we'll get to that. So ordinance 1708 is an ordinance amending a portion of Chapter 50, Article 1, Section 50-1A. This is the structure of the police department. This ordinance identifies 1 chief of police, 1 police captain, 4 police sergeants, 10 patrolmen, and such other officers, including Class 3 officers, as mayor and council may deem it advisable to appoint from time to time. So would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on the September 5th, 2017.
Okay, motion by Ms. Kelly, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Lobenstein, roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay. So now we have ordinance 17-09 as an ordinance creating the position of Class 3 Special Police Officer. This is also by title only, so we'll have a description by the next meeting. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion and adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on September 5th, 2017.
Motion by Mr. Ranieri, is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Second by Ms. Passio, roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
6 ayes. We have ordinance 17-10 is an ordinance creating the position of sewer plant operator, sewage repair 1. This is another civil service title, so we were doing it by title only until we could formulate exactly. This is the gentleman who came to work for us last year, Mr. Smith, who had his sewer license, whatever it was called. And so this creates the position for him and identifies the duties. So this is by title only. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt on first reading and advertise according to law with a public hearing to be held on September 5th, 2017.
Okay, motion by Mr. Root. Is there a
I'll
second?
second that motion.
Second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell. And
Yes.
Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
6 ayes.
For a public wastewater systems operator license. In case anyone is interested.
What was that again? Public wastewater.
Systems operator license.
He currently already has it.
But there's another one too. I don't know which one he has. Public water treatment system operator license.
We don't have a water treatment, so we don't do that. We don't treat water. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now we have payment of bills. Would someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Ms. Passio. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Mrs. Passio.
Yes.
Mr. Root.
Yes.
Mr. Farrell.
Yes.
And Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
All right, the bill shall be paid. Good and welfare. This portion of the meeting is open to the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address. All right, let me read the disclaimer quickly. Our attorney has advised us that we cannot prevent you from making comments about our employees. He has also requested we advise you that our employees are not public officials and you are not immune from civil actions that may be brought as a result of your remarks.
Right. I'd be more than glad. My name is Michael Simon, 572 Sherrington Lane, Runnemede, New Jersey, and I'll be more than glad to have one of your people sue me.
It's not what we said.
Okay, well, that's just what it says on here. I'll be more than glad to have any member of council sue me.
No, it's not public officials, Mr.
Okay,
Simon.
well, whoever
Mr.
they
Simon,
are,
it's the
whatever it
employees.
means.
The employees.
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 Do whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm more than happy to take you on. I'm here to, number one, to thank all members of council for attending last night gathering. It was very nice to see every member of council there. So that first, I want to get that out of the way. The next thing is members of the Rotary. It was great to see them here, especially the Gardner family that put such an effort in, and the Root family, the president of our organization. It was tremendous to see the Rotary people and Tara Root and Beth, our vice president, there putting such an effort in. But that Gardner family, I have to, let council know that. They're such wonderful people. They put it all out there, okay? So I did want to mention that, and it was tremendous. I mean, thank you, Mr. Lobenstein. Yeah, I know, it's a hard, he put such a big, and Mike was there, and Bobby, and Kevin, everyone that came. The mayor was so kind this night. Even that our and Pat was here. Thank you all for being so here, Bobby. And I came up here because sooner or later, I know you mentioned last night about whether you want me to mention it, you can stop me and then.
No, it's a public, you're allowed to speak about anything.
Yeah, it's about that ground, behind the house. I feel bad because Martino, he wanted to buy that ground back here, and whether he's allowed to or not, I feel that he should be, because he's going to have a raising of family. And I feel bad that he just couldn't buy it because the other people didn't want to pay taxes on the ground, which included Bobby Farrell. I like Bobby Farrell. I know him like 30-some years, and Bobby knows that. He's a great guy, okay? But the other people, like Bobby, I don't blame him. He didn't want to pay, but it's unfair. If I have to pay taxes on an 80 by 100 lot, and other people, I don't want to hear about an easement, and they're not going to use the ground. I don't want to hear about that. If they're getting more ground, then they should pay more taxes. That's simple. And if not, it's unfair. Because the people across the street, they've been paying taxes on bigger ground for years. And Sonny Garofalo, I know you told me earlier, but Sonny Garofalo, he's been paying taxes on, I don't know, on a lease. He's been paying extra taxes for years on the 99-year lease. And as far as I know, when Jim was living in Martino's house, he put that shed up, okay? And then the township actually went back there and used that shed for their own convenience. And Martino was paying the bill for the electric. And he had paid the bill.
Want to turn it down a little bit?
He had to pay the bill for the electric and the water back there, unknowing to him. And later on, he found out that he was paying the bills for the electric and the water and all, and he shut it off. I'm just saying, it's an unfair thing. I mean, if you want to put a fence up, I have no problem with the school using all that ground back here. I mean, I think the children should have as much room as they want. I love the kids. I mean, they need room. But I'll fight on it. I'll take it to court. Mike Albano will be my attorney. So I'll mention it already, so you can't use it. Okay.
Actually, he represents us as our prosecutor.
Well, Garofalo has him for everything. So I'm ahead of you.
Mike, it doesn't matter.
Huh?
Okay, I appreciate your concern.
I am.
Council has done no action. No action was done this evening. No action has been done at any meetings.
Okay.
The only thing that's happened is some discussion. And discussion has happened for a decade.
Okay.
Mr. White in the audience, you can speak to him about it. He'll tell you very clearly some of the hurdles that we have with this piece of property and the reason that nothing has happened with this property for all those years. And as for the comments about the utilization of the shed, you know, you're right. Previous administrations allowed the use of that shed, and it was improper.
Yeah.
So we no longer utilize it at all. And so it sits empty right now until some decision is made. So the borough right now simply maintains that land, cuts the grass,
I know.
maintains it, tries to police it, tries to eliminate vagrants going through there. So that's one of the reasons we closed the fence off, because we got several complaints from residents in that neighborhood, along with the police department. So we made the decision that we wanted to keep people from cutting through there and causing a problem.
Well, when they put that little fence up, what they should have done is put a higher fence all the way around. If they really wanted no.
Mike, as you know, we try to keep taxes down. Who's going to pay for that fence?
Well, you raise taxes anyhow, even that you rent around
Raise
on a
taxes,
platform of no. Now,
I never ran on a platform of no taxes.
You did. You ran. Now wait a minute. You can't tell me.
Mr. Son, please. Let's be clear. There are many factors that make taxes go up. If you look at your tax bill, it's not just the municipality, it's the school district, it's the county, and things like that. This council's done a tremendous job of doing as much as possible to keep taxes down.
And I know I know that.
And at the same time, we try to bring new police officers on. We try to improve our police department. We try to improve our fire department. We try to improve our roads. We're improving our sewers. We're improving our athletic fields. And we're doing it as fiscally responsible as we can.
And you are.
Thank you.
I won't debate that, but if you want some money towards that fence, to put a higher fence, I'll be more than glad to help you. I mean that sincerely. If it's just a matter of getting a higher fence there, come on,
Well,
I'll help
a
you.
fence is just a deterrent. So we're just trying to deter people. Anybody can climb over a fence regardless of how high.
I mean, it's too, I mean, if they have a higher, if you put a 10-foot fence up, I would buy a wire. I think that would, like do it.
Electric too, right?
But electric, no, you can't do that, it's illegal. Yeah, well, I would like to see it, but listen, thank you very much for just listening to me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, I appreciate all the members of council once again for coming out to support the police.
We enjoy that shirt too. I'm glad you wore that. Thank you.
And it does come naturally.
Yes. Anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion?
I so move. I'll second that motion.
A motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
The public portion is closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll
this
second.
meeting.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Ranieri. All in favor?
Aye.